Hey, Truth Seeker, welcome back. Zach here. Tonight it came to my attention that Robert Kennedy, the younger brother of John F. Kennedy, the 35th president, the 44th term president, the last president to die in office from gun assassination, it came to my attention that he went to Roseburg, Oregon to speak on May 27th, 1968. He spoke about gun control specifically in this town, which seems very odd because it's a small town. The time that he did this at was just a month and days after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., who was killed April 4th, 1968. Robert Kennedy himself would be shot days later, June 6th, 1968, by Sirhan Sirhan. We're going to talk about all these assassinations. With regards to 47, this year there was the death of a black man shot in the back by a police officer in Charleston, South Carolina, on the 47-year anniversary of the MLK assassination, who died on April 4th, 4-4. JFK was the 44th term president. Obama is the 44th president. In Gematria, if you write out 44 as a word in Summit, it sums to 144. If you write out April 4th in Summit, it sums to 144. If you write out Sagittarius in Summit, it sums to 144. JFK was assassinated on the first day of Sagittarius, November 22nd, 1963. Anyhow, look at the name Kennedy. We're talking about Robert Kennedy here. In Washington, D.C., the Washington Monument is 555 feet tall and 5 inches. The Pentagon is 5-sided of 5 floors with a 5-acre court in the middle. The word president has gematria 47. The word mafia in Jewish gematria equals 47. This is an incredibly important number to the Zionists. Roseburg equals 105, like Zionism equals 105, like Masonry equals 105. He gave this speech in Roseburg, Oregon. Oregon's the 33rd state. The name Kennedy sums to 33. The abbreviation for Oregon is 33. Oregon is the only state with a gematria of 74, the reflection of 47. This date, May 27th, 1968, has numerology or gematria of 239, a very special number to the Zionists. Torah equals 239. Golden Gate equals 239. To the Jews, the Messiah will appear through the Golden Gate. Right now, the United States is 239 years old. We've been following this number all year. It is still showing up. The date Robert Kennedy came to Oregon 47 years ago is very suspicious. It's a date with 38 numerology, like Oregon the small way, also like death. He would die just days later, 10 days later. It's a date with 56 numerology. It's also a date with 119 numerology. Notice the gematria for Star of David. 47, like 47 years ago. 56, like coded into the date. And also 119. The numbers 9 and 11, backwards. I did a video recently on the movie The Patriot starring Mel Gibson. At 3 minutes and 30 seconds, the words that come out of his mouth are 9 pounds, 11 ounces, the perfect measurement. Robert Kennedy would die 10 days after this speech on June 6th. The reason June 6th is funny is because Robert and Kennedy both sum to 33. 33 plus 33 is 66, a lot like 6-6 for June 6th. If you write out 33 in Summit, it sums to 66. His assassin was Sirhan Sirhan, having name gematria of 66, or with the S exceptions 84, like United States of America. You see what they do, Truth Seeker? They're all agents. This is a long, ongoing hoax. This gun legislation narrative, constantly working at the Second Amendment. May 27th is also the 147th day of the year. It reminds me of the word police, who are complicit in all these shooting hoaxes. And we're probably there in Roseburg, Oregon for the speech, taking their Masonic Zionist notes. Again, Roseburg equals 105, Masonry equals 105, Zionism equals 105. The sheriff who has been the spokesperson for the shooting hoax, John Hanlon, his name sums to 105, just like Roseburg. In the Kennedy family, they've all died on dates with 33 numerology. JFK was shot on 11/22. After Robert Kennedy, the next Kennedy to die was David Anthony Kennedy, who died April 25th, 1984, a date with 33 numerology. Then the next was Michael Lemoyne Kennedy. He died December 31st, 1997, New Year's Eve, a date with 33 numerology. The name Lemoyne has gematria of 35, like the word Catholic. JFK was the 35th president, the only Catholic president. The compound the Kennedys live at is in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is one of only 3 states with a 33 gematria. The Kennedys are known for coming up on bootlegging. Think about how Prohibition ended in 33. So much coding, Truth Seeker. Their retreat in Massachusetts, one of only 3 states with a 33 gematria. The other 2 are Delaware and Hawaii, the first and last states. Barnstable, where it's at, Barnstable, Massachusetts, has gematria of 31. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31, 32, 33. Added together, it sums to 96, like the word Freemason. The date JFK was shot on, 11/22/63, has numerology of 96. Also, areas called Cape Cod having gematria of 47. Important number to the Zionists, important number to the Kennedys. Look at this book about the death of JFK and Lee Harvey Oswald by Stephen M. Gillen. This is a coded name, Truth Seeker. Stephen M. Gillen sums to 59, just like John F. Kennedy. 59 is the kill number in Jewish gematria. JFK was the 44th term president. The word kill is 44 in simple English gematria. Lee Harvey Oswald has a very interesting name. If you just take Lee Oswald, it sums to 96, like Freemason, like the date JFK died on. Harvey has 79 gematria, like the word murder. Lee Harvey Oswald, the small way is 67, like satanic. Again, we're talking about Freemasons, Satanism, all this coding coming together. 74, very special numbers. As I just said, Oregon's the 3rd state, the only state with gematria of 74. Jesus, cross, Messiah, gospel, all words with 74 gematria. They say Jesus was crucified on the cross at 33, kind of like how Oregon, the 33rd state, is the only with 74 gematria. With regards to bootlegging, Truth Seeker, JFK was shot from 411 Elm Street. In 61, the year Obama was born, there's a story in the Andy Griffith Show about bootleggers traced back to 411 Elm Street. This is the same address JFK was shot from. Here's what's even creepier. Obama's birthday, August 4th, 1961, was 144 days before this episode. Again, if you write out 44, if you write out April 4th, if you write out Sagittarius, they all sum to 144. You can do this on gematrix.org calculator and fact check what I'm saying. It is 100% accurate. The man next to JFK when he got shot was John Connolly. It's just too much. Connolly has 33 name gematria. John in simple English is a name with 47 gematria. The date this was added to the National Reserve of Historic Places, Truth Seeker, where JFK was shot, was April 19th, 1993. The raid of Waco that day, where David Koresh, the 33-year-old, was killed. Timothy McVeigh would be put to death at 33, who did the bombing, also on this date of April 19th. After the death of JFK, the 33rd President Truman had this to say: "I never would have agreed to formulation of the Central Intelligence Agency back in 47 if I had known it would become the American Gestapo." You see what's going on here, Truth Seeker? 33rd President. Not long before JFK was killed, his wife met with the Pope for 33 minutes. It was said to be one of the longest meetings in the history of somebody with the Pope. Again, JFK, 44th term president. Obama's the 44th president. The word kill equals 44. JFK, the 35th president, the only Catholic. The word Catholic, the small way, is 35. We recently had this visit by Pope Francis, who has many connections to 44 himself. Pope Francis also has gematria of 59 and 68, which reminds of both JFK and Barack Obama. The name Barack Obama equals 68. These men share connections. The deaths of Lincoln and the deaths of Kennedy are both foreshadowed in Obama. I've done several posts on this. Obama in Jewish gematria equals 84. Obama's birthday is August 4th. Abraham Lincoln died on April 15th, 1865, a date with 84 numerology. The word Jesuit has gematria of 84. The Jesuits are blamed for the assassination of Lincoln. Pope Francis, the only Jesuit pope, has a life number of 84. All this stuff comes together like a perfect web. Here's another creepy one, Truth Seeker. JFK, on June 26, 1963, gave this very word speech in Berlin, saying, I am a Berliner. Berlin has gematria of 33, so does the date of the speech. This year on June 26th, Obama sang Amazing Grace, Truth Seeker, for a funeral of 9 people 9 days after the Charleston church shooting. The reason that's significant is because the man who wrote Amazing Grace has the same birthday as Obama. Amazing Grace also has gematria of 105, like Zionism, like Masonry, like Roseburg, where Robert Kennedy gave his speech about gun control. Here's the man who wrote Amazing Grace, born August 4th, just like Obama, died on 12/21/33. In a year 1807, drop the 0, you have 187, the police code for homicide. It's just relentless, Truth Seeker. We started with 47 in the beginning. The Zionist who funded the American Revolutionary War was born April 7th on 9/11. The building built in his name and honor was the Solomon Brothers building, which was 47 floors, each floor 47,000 square feet. Haim Solomon would die at age 44, Truth Seeker, the kill number. Let's close out by just showing you this gematria in action. Very important skill here that I'm teaching. The word kill sums to 44, and in Jewish gematria, 59. If you write out 44, it sums to 144. If you write out April 4th in Summit, it sums to 144. And if you write out Sagittarius correctly, which is a word I often struggle with, it sums to 144 as well. 144 is the number for Mark of the Beast. If you sum the first 144 decimal points of pi, it sums to 666, like the Mark of the Beast. This nation is ruled by forces that take on these numbers. Think about the corporation. But Truth Seeker, this should be the final straw that broke the camel's back, proving that the Roseburg, Oregon shooting was a planned hoax. This is clearly a Zionist Masonic town, as I have been inserting, just like places like Newtown, Connecticut, the Roseburg, Oregon shooting directly connected to the Newtown, Connecticut shooting. This is all part of a very sick joke that needs to be exposed oh so bad. We're going to do it, Truth Seeker. Until next time.